I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer Great One. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
I should have put economist cap because the more I think about it. So I am, as libertarian and a fellow humanist and the supremacy of the individual, I am all for women coming into the workforce. Absolutely do your thing. Just knock it off with your bullshit government subsidized fake professions that aren't real professions. It's just me and all the other working people, women included, got to subsidize your girls' bullshit hobby jobs. Just knock that off. But in general, yes, please come in, be doctors, surgeons, mechanics, actually contributing members to society, not kindergarten teachers. Sorry, fuck you. You're not a real worker. Shut the fuck up. You're a babysitter. But it is not unaware to me that when we just decided in the 60s that, you know what? Let's double the labor supply by flooding it with women, which over time should have increased the earnings and which increased demand, and wages should not have necessarily gone down. But, oh my God, all the Democrats keep complaining. Did you know that wages haven't kept up with inflation since 1971? I wonder what fucking happened since then. Let's get some immigrants in here while we're at it. I can't imagine why young kids can't find, why it doesn't pay the roof. I'm no economist, but if you double the labor supply in 5 years and then just open your borders to just me, but maybe wages might go down, huh? And then on top of that, we got to do the girl boss thing. Why? I don't know. A bunch of spinster, pissed off, barren, Karen, 58-year-olds said, you guys got to Sex in the City. We got to do the Sex in the City thing. You don't need no man. Okay, fine. You don't need no man. Again, the supremacy of individual. I want you to do what you want. I don't want you forced to date anyone or live with someone. But if you don't need no man and you ain't going to have no kids, well, you know what we're all going to need? We're going to need double the housing. Double the cars, double the house. Why are things so expensive? And why are wages so low? Jesus. Gets tiring. Gets real tiring. So now, because everyone's living on their own, a man and a wife used to live together. Well, then they now that we're separate because don't need now, you need two houses. Why are housing so expensive? I don't understand. And this is kind of those things where you guys can't keep it together, and that's fine. I don't want people who don't like each other living together. I really don't. It's not my problem. It's your guys' problem. Hell, I had to, in a certain way, I had to have tenants to subsidize my property investment because I couldn't afford it on my own. I had to lease out rooms. But Reen sent this one because the baby boomers haven't inflated asset prices enough, except for the past 3-4 days, eh? Look what happened over there. Oh. From USA Today, gray divorces could pit single boomers against millennials for real estate. No, it's not. It could. It does. And it's not millennials. It's everyone else. Hank and Frida, whatever their baby boomer names are, they divorce. Frida needs her own place. Well, Frank needs his own place too. So now you got to double the demand for housing, at least in this demographic, which buys up. And let me ask you something. Okay, Frida's got to go have her dream house, right? Because that's what Frida's do. Hank, what's Hank going to go? Hank's going to be the typical, right? You baby boomer men are used to this now. This isn't your first rodeo. You've been divorced, what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20 times by now? You guys then go out. What does Hank get? He gets himself affordable housing. And who's he competing directly with? Young people who want affordable housing. Hank gets his apartment or his condo or small little house. That drives the prices up. But thankfully, there's a McMansion on the market. In case you millennials wanted to pick that property management nightmare up. And so this is from 2020. This is 4 years ago. I'm kind of curious how it's happening now. In 2017, a study from Pew Research found that the divorce rate for baby boomers had roughly doubled since the 1990s. My God. How did it double from the 90s? Do you boomers like go to labs to figure out how to squeeze more divorce out of your generation? How do you double it from the 90s? By early 2020, additional research by Smart Asset had found that more than 1 in 10 senior citizens are divorced. In short, this phenomenon known as gray divorce shows no signs of slowing down. So it's been about 5 years since this came out. Do we have updated data? It obviously is having an effect. The first way that rising rates of gray divorce could impact the industry is the most obvious. It could lead to more inventory flooding the market. No. Yeah, their family homes could, yes, but unless they both go to condos, which Gertrude isn't going to do, it puts demand on housing. Put simply, the family home is often one of the most expensive assets, with boomers quickly coming to an age where they'll start to rely on a fixed income. They likely won't have the resources to maintain a large home. In divorce, often the most sensible way to divide up a large asset is to sell and split the profits between both parties. Good. So now let me know when one, young people want to buy a McMansion, and two, those McMansions come down in price that people can afford it sensibly. If baby boomers start divorcing at even higher rates, it's very likely that we will start to see an influx of big single-family homes on the market. That did kind of happen, didn't it? If I recall, 4 or 5 years ago, there was a bifurcated market. You couldn't find entry-level single-family homes that all of you wanted because Karens couldn't have, not even the poors. You lower middle income starting out young people having a 2-bedroom house. How dare you? Both parties will quickly need to find a new place to live. With most baby boomers now being empty nesters, they're unlikely to seek out the same amount of space they once had. They're probably going to focus their attention on smaller properties, thereby driving up even more demand for you poor kids. Interestingly, the same maneuver could lead to first-time home buyers being up against even more competition for available properties, since those looking to buy their first home and those looking to downsize often find themselves looking at similar inventory. Competition is likely to get a lot stiffer. In turn, this could spell bad news for millennials and Gen Zers who probably don't have the deep pockets of boomers but got a shit ton of participation trophies. Oh, wait. Another area we're likely to see more competition for available properties is among condominiums and other homeowner association-based living situations such as planned unit developments. By and large, most boomers have not yet reached an age where they're required assisted living. However, as they age, they're less likely to want to take on the maintenance and responsibilities associated with owning a single-family home. With that in mind, we may see more demand for condos and homes that are under the care of homeowners associations, particularly in situations where most of the maintenance falls under the association's purview. So I hate to keep bringing this up, but we have to. What is your average 28-year-old girl boss? Are you girls like, you got your toolbox there? You're going to go wrench on your own house? Are you looking for an HOA maintenance free? Meanwhile, I know most boys my age, back when I was buying property at 24, wow, basement, man. I could totally sleep here. Oh, the bottom line, if the great divorce trend continues to rise, it's bound to have an impact on multiple sectors across the economy, including the real estate industry. While nothing is certain, it is interesting to think about how an influx of boomer buyers and sellers could have an impact on the market. Let me see. Gray divorce trends. Do I have to go to Grok and look this up? Double since the 1990s. Let me see if we got any more recent data. ARP 2023, late 2023. Personal story. I'm looking for numbers. Late in life divorce isn't unusual. In fact, the research has found boomers are divorcing more than any other generation. Jesus fucking Christ. 2010, 2019. What is it Perplexity? Is that the research? Dennis McGon recommended this one. What is the trend in gray divorce? Let me see. $19.99, 2010, doubling and tripling. Looks like all the data is going to 2010. Oh, here. Current data up to 2024 confirms gray divorce rates remain elevated, especially those 65 and up. Gray divorce financial planning calling it quits. Here's one. This is ARP. That's the same article. So it best sounds like it's stabilized. So it went up and now it's stabilized. So it probably still is having an effect. Jake writes, to put a clearer thesis, less family formation for both young and old people. So everyone is fighting over single homes. Add on the article, by 2030, 45% of women would be single and childless over 30. Oh, yeah. No, everyone's trying to go for the same houses. You're all trying to go for the same houses. Hey, thank God we separated the sexes, right? Feminist girl bosses, CIA, and everyone else, right? At least we don't like each other. At least we're not living together, right? No super chats. That's it. Link below. I have a link to my Amazon affiliate link, olderbrother.com/donate. And you don't donate anything. You go there and you click on it takes you to a website. And there's the little Amazon link. You click on the Amazon link. Do all, not some, all of your online purchases there. Cappy, does it cost me anything more? No, it does not. It's the easiest way to give me free money. Doesn't cost you anything. So if you could kindly think of old Capmeister before you do your online shopping. Olderbrother.com/donate. Link below as well. And then you go and you click on it. You don't even have to log in. You click on it. You can do your shopping. And then when you log in, it remembers you clicked on that link. And good old Capmeister gets a 5% commission and cut. All right. See you guys later, Toodles.